Hey guys, so I am back. I've been gone here on YouTube for a while now. I have arrived in England, as most of you guys probably know already. I am studying abroad in England this semester, so I am finally here. I got here on Christmas Eve, and yeah, so now I'm here. I've been here for about 3-ish weeks, maybe a little longer, a little less. I can't really remember now. But yeah, so that's why my background is a little different. I am living in England, obviously, and I live with a landlady. So this is my bedroom, and then I live in like a flat with her, an apartment building with her, or apartment room. I don't know. But I have my own room and my own bathroom, but my background is probably going to change in my next few videos because I'm still trying to figure out where I should film and like where would be a good spot. My room is set up a little strange, so it's hard for me to find an area to film. And it's not really like my room. I'm just kind of leasing it for right now for the semester, so I don't really want to move a ton of stuff around because it's not mine. So yeah, that's kind of what this is. Also, I apologize if there's any loud noise. I am kind of living in like the London area of England. I mean, I'm not in central London, but I'm still in London area, so it's very loud and very busy, and my room is just like right on the road where there's a lot of cars and a lot of people, so I apologize if it's really loud. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my first time tag, and I saw this video going around a few months ago, and I actually never watched any of them until my friend Mademoiselle Ruta here on YouTube did it, and then I watched it and I was like, I really like this video. It's really fun. I like the questions and I really enjoyed her video. So I thought, I'm gonna do this video. That's usually how these happen. You look at it and you're like, that's a great tag, I'm gonna do it. So I'm going to be doing my first time tag, and I will leave Ruta's video linked down below if you guys want to check that out. I recommend. I thought it was very fun and I just really enjoyed it. So moving on, and I have all the questions on my iPad right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the first question. Question number 1 is, what was your first job? And my first job was, I worked at a movie theater called Celebration Cinema, which is like a big kind of movie theater in Michigan, and I started working I think when I was 16, and I worked there on and off until I think maybe the summer going into my sophomore year of college. So I went away to college and then would go back and work there during the summer until my sophomore year. And I really liked it. I ushed, I would clean theaters, and I worked in concessions, so I sold popcorn, and I really enjoyed it. It was great. I got to watch free movies, which is awesome. And it was just a really great first job. I made a lot of good friends working there, and I really liked it. Who was the first person to text you today? And I have my phone, so I'm going to look. So this is awkward. It's like almost 3 and no one actually has texted me today. I texted my mom about an hour ago and she just responded a few minutes ago. So that's awkward. No one actually texted me first thing today. Question number 3 is, who's the first person you thought of this morning? And the first person I probably thought of was my husband. My husband is in the Navy and he's on deployment right now, so of course I thought of him first thing this morning. And then probably the second person I thought of was my landlady, because I didn't really know if she was home. So I was sitting in bed wondering, I wonder if she's home this morning, and she wasn't. So there's that. Question number 4. Who was your first grade teacher? My first grade teacher was Mrs. Thornburg, I believe was her name. I kind of can't remember now. Don't really have a lot of memories from the first grade. My teacher was nice. I mean, she's a first grade teacher. It was good. The only thing I really remember about first grade was that was the grade they kind of like separated you on your reading levels. So they had like advanced, average, and slow reading groups, and I was definitely in the slow reading group. I've caught on. I read perfectly fine now, but I guess in the first grade I didn't. I don't really know. I don't really remember, but yeah, Mrs. Thornburg, I think was her name. Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? I went to Disney World in Orlando, Florida with my dad and my sister. So we flew from Michigan down to Florida, and we had layovers in some states. I don't really remember where now, but I do remember we had a layover somewhere, and we took a really, really small plane from wherever we were to Florida. And me and my sister were pretty young. I don't really remember how old I was, maybe like 10-ish, somewhere around there. And it was like a really bumpy plane ride, and since the plane was so small, you really felt it. And I just remember thinking it was so much fun, and me and Kayla, my sister, were like, whoa, like going crazy on the airplane, and my dad was trying to get us to be quiet because I think everyone else was kind of nervous. Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk? My first best friend, I think her name was Taylor, and I met her in the first grade. We do not talk anymore. She moved, I think actually the next year to Montana, so we don't talk anymore. We never stayed in touch or anything. But then I also became friends with a girl named Skylar, who then moved a few grades later to a different school, and we didn't really stay in touch when she moved, but we've recently refound each other, I guess, on Facebook, back like when we were in high school, and we kind of caught up a little bit. And yeah, I wouldn't say we stay in touch or anything, but yeah, so those were my first best friends. Where was your first sleepover? My first sleepover was with Skylar, the girl that I talked about. We did something. We went somewhere, I remember, but I don't really remember where. Like maybe we went to dinner with her family or something, and then we went back to her house, and we took a bath together. That sounds gross, but we were definitely in our bathing suit, and I think we just kind of like wanted to go swimming, but like we didn't have any way to do that, so we took a bath and like played like we were swimming like at a pool or something. I don't know. We were like in the first grade, second grade, just having a good time. Who was the first person you talked to today? The first person that I like verbally talked to today was, actually I didn't talk today until I got to class this morning at like 10 a.m. So the first person I talked to today was some girls that are in my class at the university that I go to here in England. So I don't even know their names. They're just in my class, and those were the first people I talked to today. What was the first thing you did this morning? So the first thing I did this morning is probably what you do in the morning and everyone else is I checked my phone. I went on all my social media sites and checked that and replied to some tweets and looked at Instagram, and yeah, so that's what I did first thing this morning. What was the first concert you ever went to? The very first concert I ever went to was the Dixie Chicks, and I went with my family, and me and my sister were really young. I remember a bit of it. I don't remember a ton of it, but I do know that we sat like way high up, like in the nosebleeds, like last row, and you couldn't really see them, and you could only kind of see them on a screen. But the screen that we would have watched, that would have been like the highest one, was broken and it wasn't even on. So the screen that we did have to watch was like down really far, and you couldn't really see them. And like we were just up so high where no one was really dancing or doing anything, so we just kind of sat there. I remember getting really bored at the end and being really tired. Me and my sister were matching outfits, and we had these shirts from Limited 2 that had a cowboy hat on it, denim skirt, and we wore like cowboy boots and a cowboy hat, and we're looking hella cute. That's all I know. And yeah, so Dixie Chicks, so random. That was the first concert I ever went to. Your first piercing. My first piercing was my ears. What other first piercings would there be? Like, who else has a different first piercing? Like, I don't know anyone who's like, oh, my belly button was my first piercing. I don't know. But yeah, my ears are my first piercing, and they are my only piercing now. I used to have my nose pierced. You can actually see that in some of my older videos. I took it out a few months ago. Just didn't want it anymore. There wasn't really any good reason why I took it out. I just decided, nope, don't want my nose pierced anymore. So yeah, what is this? We'll fix that. First foreign country you've gone to. So the first country besides the United States that I went to was Canada, which I feel like if you're from Michigan, that's probably the first country that you've gone to. And I went back before you had to have a passport to go to Canada. So I used to have a friend who had a cabin in Canada on like the beach, and all you had to do was like, I think my mom had to write like a permission slip saying that I could stay with her family, and I crossed the border and stayed in Canada on the beach. It was really, really nice. I had so much fun. I have really good memories of that. I went there a couple years, like 2 summers in a row, and yeah, so that was my first foreign country was Canada. First movie you remember seeing. So the very first movie that I remember going to the theater and seeing was the Rugrats movie. That's a great movie. I don't have any, like, I don't know, specific memory that really sticks out to me seeing it in theaters. I just remember going and seeing it with my sister, my stepdad, and my mom. I'm sure I saw other movies before that, but I don't remember. Yeah, so Rugrats the movie. When was your first detention? I got my first detention I got detentions in middle school, but they didn't call them detentions. You just couldn't go to like this activity that they had at the end of the year. And I got it with my friend, and actually was like totally fine and actually fun because my teacher didn't really care, and we just like hung out in her room, me and my best friend, and just kicking it, I guess. But we got it because we sat in garbage cans and pushed each other down the hallways. Why did we do this? I have no idea. We were just in middle school having a good time, and one of the teachers saw us and got really mad about it and told my teacher that we should be punished. Because I remember my teacher didn't really care, but yeah, so it didn't even end up being a big deal because me and my best friend just had a good time. What was the first lesson you ever took? The first lesson I ever took was a swimming class. I don't remember it at all. I only know this because my parents told me. My dad took me and to my first swimming lesson when I was really, really little, obviously too young to even remember. There's pictures of me doing it, so I know they're not lying because I've seen the pictures. And funny story is I am not a strong swimmer still. Like, I cannot swim. I mean, I can swim. I don't sink or anything, but I am not a strong swimmer. And that was my first lesson, was a swimming lesson, and I cannot swim. Who was the first person beauty related on YouTube you ever watched? The first person was Tanya Burr, and I still watch her, and I love her so much. She is my favorite. I am literally obsessed with her, and when I came to England, I was like, I'm going to see her. I know it. I'm going to run into her and make her my best friend. What? Is that weird? Yeah, Tanya Burr was definitely the first person I ever watched on YouTube. The first video I watched of hers was her Audrey Hepburn look-alike makeup related video kind of thing, where she did like Breakfast at Tiffany's kind of makeup look. I don't know why I know that. I just love her, so I do know that. Yeah, Tanya Burr. What was your first YouTube video? My very first YouTube video was a What's in My Purse video. It's still up. You can go watch it if you want. Please don't. It's so embarrassing. I was so awkward and the lighting was so bad, but yeah, that was my first video, was What's in My Purse. So last question, of course, has to end on a good one, and it was, who was your first crush? So if we're talking about like celebrity, my first crush was Frankie Muniz. Obsessed. I thought he was God's gift to this beautiful earth, and I was obsessed with him, especially in Agent Cody Banks with Hilary Duff Yeah, now you all remember that movie. Great movie. So that is everything for my first time tag video. That is all the questions. I apologize if I'm maybe like kind of awkward in this video. It has been like 3 weeks. Actually, no, it's been way longer than that since I filmed a video because the videos that are uploaded before this I pre-filmed. So it's been a long time. Also, I do have a giveaway going right now, which I will leave the video linked down below so you guys can go check it out. It is a my 2013 drugstore beauty favorites video, and I'm also doing like a giveaway in that video. So if you guys want to see that, I will leave it linked down below. You guys can check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that I've been away for so long. I just needed some time to adjust to the foreign country. And also, I do have a vlog channel, which is Kelsey Dre Vlogs, and I have uploaded one vlog of me in central London. So yeah, go check that out if you'd like to see me living it up in central London. I do plan on vlogging more. I just haven't really gone anywhere yet since I've been here, like besides central London, to vlog, but I do plan to vlog, and I will vlog very soon. So that is everything for this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed my first time tag, or if you're just happy to see me again. Hello, and I will talk to you guys very soon in my next video. Bye.